in order to take over the girl's body. The man sneaked her into the car when no one was around, then drove straight home. He was worried about the girl seeing her surroundings, so he wrapped her head in a blanket. Then he put her in the secret room he had prepared. Then he closed the door and drilled out the secret passage. Then he pulled up a stone slab to seal the exit. And finally, he used a metal cabinet to cover the door. After all this, the man was relieved to leave. Soon 10-year-old Daisy woke up from her coma. At this point, she doesn't know what's happening. She tried to tap on the door to call for help, but there was no answer. Daisy realized she had been kidnapped, until 2 hours later, the man finally appeared. He brought Daisy a mattress. It looked like he was going to keep her there for a long time. Then he brought her water and food. The man didn't pay any attention. He just closed the door and left. Soon the news of Daisy's disappearance hit the news. Her mother was in tears all day, but the police searched the town and found no sign of Daisy. Luckily, there was a little girl who saw what happened. They found the man's house using the license plate she gave them, but all they found in the car was a bunch of junk. There were no other clues. When the police entered the house to search, inadvertently stepped on the wooden plank at the entrance of the secret room. The man became nervous, but the policeman didn't notice anything unusual. They thought the little girl was mistaken, so they hastily withdrew. The man's heart finally dropped. In order to bring the two of them closer together, he read Daisy a bedtime story every night, and brought her strawberry biscuits. 183 days passed. Daisy got used to being alone. She used to read to her clothes. She imagined she was still in class, but she never gave up on the idea of leaving. She wrote a letter to her mother. She wanted this man to send it back for her, but the man turned around and tore the letter to pieces. That day the man brought her breakfast. Daisy plucked up her courage and asked tentatively,
Am I gonna have to stay here?
He lied about having asked Daisy's family for ransom, but her parents wouldn't pay a cent, so she had to stay locked up here forever. The man even installed a walkie-talkie in the chamber. He brainwashed Daisy every day, trying to dissuade her from going home, but Daisy didn't give in. She put toothpaste on her arms. She waited for the man to bring her food, pretended to hurt herself so he'd take her to the hospital. But how could the man be fooled by such a trick? He saw right through Daisy's intentions. In order to punish Daisy, he starved her for 3 days. 5 years passed. Daisy was tortured to the bone. That day, she was reading a book. Suddenly she found blood coming out of her legs.